Welcome to Beta by the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti and I hope you're all doing well. It's happened, the youth intake has finally arrived. So I thought I'd stop and show you. I've not actually looked at the players yet, but I've noticed that this apparently is the makings of a golden generation. So I think they're just being optimistic. I also think the standard that they're judging a golden generation against is, a poor standard. But I do remember in FM19, because all the teams I had in the FM, sort of Tahiti, the French Polynesia database, were new teams that hadn't had many youth intakes or had had sort of no youth takes in the past. Every time a slightly improved intake happened, which was pretty much every year because facilities and standard and reputation was getting better, it would be counted as a golden generation just because it was the best one that ever happened. And I have a feeling maybe this is what this has happened here. So it's the first time we've ever produced a youth intake at a kind of senior active league level because we're a newly promoted side. Or we're just lucky. One of the two, but I think it's probably more to do with the fact we're newly promoted. This is our first youth intake in this sort of tier. So apparently it's a wonderfully talented group of players led by Connor Donnelly, the makings of potential golden generation. Apparently our assistant manager has had impacts on William McGuckin and Tommy Ray. We'll have a match that I'll probably watch, not on camera, but I'll probably watch. But look at this. Lots of high potential players, not necessarily many high ability players as it stands. So there's only really two that stand out from this in terms of current ability, but plenty of potential ability. So we'll probably end up taking on a lot of these players. But we'll have a look. If we go to Dev Centre, the youth candidate bit, you can see a bit more here as well. So you've got the descriptions, so they're all young whatevers. Positions, nationality, height and weight, which I've not asked it to do, but I like. And the ability, anyone particularly tall? Got 6'4". Willie Coulter, centre back. I mean, he doesn't look that good, but to be honest, he doesn't look that much worse than what we've currently got either. So there's that. Having all of them rated as such high potential is actually quite difficult in finding more out. What can we do? We can create a custom view. We've got reports. We can include their best roles here as well. That's quite useful. And their style: physical, leader, assertive. I think technical is one as well, but none of ours are technical. Mainly, they will be physical players, I think. And attributes, we can actually break it down like this if we wanted to, but I think we'll just leave it on the youth intake report for the moment. And actually, let's have a look. So, Connor Donnelly, 17-year-old fullback. He looks pretty good. I'd be inclined to start him right away if I can. Good tackling. Good bravery, teamwork and work rate. Aggression's reasonably high. Positioning is a bit low though for me. Decision's alright. Physically he's okay there as well. Just a bit of a short arse. But that'll do. Can we see his personality? It's fairly professional, that's pretty good as well. So yeah, he's going to be good, I think. Then we've got Jude Quinn, a left back. So we did have that initial preliminary report saying we might get a good left back from Belfast come through, and it's this guy. And again, good tackling, determined, good decisions. Aggression's a bit low, positioning's a little bit low. But good teamwork and work rate again, and physically he's okay. 5'4" again. Bit of a short arse, but we can give him a go and he can play all along the left and actually gets a bit better as attacking left, so as a wide target man actually. That's quite interesting. So Jude Quinn's alright. Then we've got Niall Gordon. Tries to play his way out of trouble. Do the other ones got any of these things? No traits. Okay, so Niall Gordon likes to play his way out of trouble. He looks okay apart from his technical attributes, which look absolutely rubbish apart from his passing and technique. Not particularly good crosser or anything like that, but he could be a good impact sub on the left for a bit. Willie Coulter, who is the physical 6'4" central defender, doesn't look fantastic, but we'll give him a go. 9 heading, 9 marking. Positioning's a bit poor there. Trevor Finlay, left centre, doesn't look like he's anything special, but he'll get in the team. We'll see how he develops. We'll see how all of them develop, basically. Paul Allen, so we were told there might be a good midfielder, central midfielder. I think he might be the one. Good at corners and free kicks. So he's, set pieces are his kind of thing. Apparently, this is his best role in duty. Carribean. Interesting. We've got David Davison, a little bit older than his 16 years, to be fair to him. Right midfielder, very aggressive, and he dives into tackle, so he'll probably get straight into our team on that alone. Jonah McComb, he looks pretty good as well. Quite happy with him as a youth intake. Pat Adamson on the right. Special, but we'll give him a chance. Ben Kelly, he could be alright. Stephen Quigg, he looks pretty bad. In all fairness, it's pretty bad. I could actually just get rid of him from the off, but we'll see. Willie McGuckin, good at being a pressing forward, which is good, although he is on defend. Good heading, plays a bit short. Good bravery and aggression, good work rate, but other positions. Target man as well. So he'll be good, actually. We'll give him an opportunity. At least he can cover that target man role as well as the pressing forward. Darren Grierson looks okay. Yeah, maybe alright. Tommy Ray. He looks pretty good. He's a good right back. Aaron Davison doesn't look like he's anything special. And Michael White could be okay. Be a decent keeper in the long run. So actually, as youth intakes go, I'm reasonably happy with that. And importantly, the general overview, it's gone now. The youth candidate overview's gone. But they did pick out the wing backs or the full backs as being a place where there's a bit of strength. They did point out there'd be quite a few wingers, although not all of them amazing. There'd be at least one good central midfielder, and I think they've kind of come through. I think they've been pretty accurate with that, and I think we've got with Connor Donnelly up here, Jude Quinn, and where was he? Tommy Ray. That's our right back and left backs kind of sorted out. I don't think I really need to actually recruit for that for a little bit, unless we find someone amazing. William McGuckin will be a target man backup for us, so I think we'll probably end up getting rid of Arbuthnot or Cowan, or maybe both of them. McGuckin can go in there. Neil Gordon be good on the left potentially. Jonah McComb has got some potential. On the right, it wasn't particularly Adamson, was it? Was it Darren Grierson? No, it wasn't. It was Adamson and David Davidson. And then Paul Allen, that midfielder. We've got some players who are actually going to come straight into the first team for next season, I think. It means we just need to recruit selectively elsewhere to just... Sorry, I'm yawning. It's about 1 o'clock at night. I'm recording this. We just recruit selectively, I think, in a few of the positions to improve. So up front will be one. Maybe slightly better right winger option as well. Another central midfielder. And maybe an additional defender. Could be enough to improve the squad. So where are we schedule-wise? What's happened? So we had basically a month off in March, so we put a few friendlies in there. And I put that friendly there by mistake. Let's cancel that one. And just wanted to keep the players playing without tiring them out. Get us, our form back up. And 2 matches left. I might, for that very final one, depending on what happens in Distillery, bring in some of the youth players and see if we can play them and get a kind of eyeball of what's going on. So I'll probably come back for that, even though that is in a couple of weeks' time. So after that youth intake, we're back for the very last game of the season. In the match in between, I did give a few youth players a little bit of a run out. So go back to the schedule. We lost against Distillery. Hard loss. to be honest. We didn't really deserve to lose it. I mean, it looks like we probably did on the match stats, but actually it was quite a close match. We put some good performances in, and we gave Connor Donnelly, kind of the cream of our Golden Generation crop, we gave him a start. He played really well. He's meant to be much better than all our alternatives at right back, so I'll give him a go, put him straight in. Clark's not amazing, and obviously we lost Jamil midway through the season, so it's an area where we needed a bit of support. And he came in, played pretty well. He's just a bit tired. That was a bit of an issue. We also gave McGuckin a start. He played quite well, actually. He didn't have that much time to impress, only about 20 minutes, I think it was. Say when he came on, almost half an hour. He was getting to the ball, he was heading it down. He was a bit kind of rusty, but he was giving it a good go. I think it's just those two that we gave an opportunity to, but they did well. We also, it's a name you might not recognise, Adam Wilson. So before the transfer window finished and closed, I had a promise I needed to keep, and that was to strengthen my defence. I had to bring in another defender just to keep everyone else happy. And he's actually meant to be quite good. We gave him a go as well. So we did this, but something also has happened. So we had our under 18s, so we've got all these players, and you notice Tommy Ray's got a transfer against him. So has Aaron Davidson. Crap, so has William McGuckin. Didn't realise that. That's really irritating. So basically what I'm going to show you now I've logged as a bug. So obviously this is pretty much all of our youth players who came through. So I offered them whatever contract I could, whether it was youth or non-contract. Gave them reasonable contracts, so they're all on at least sort of a £20 appearance fee, which is what a senior player would probably get as well. So it took a little bit of a chunk out of the old wage budget, but we put the bids in, and then we started getting bids in from other teams, and I did offer them a slightly improved contract. I would have offered McGuckin one for definite, but Tommy Ray is going to join Coag United. So Tommy Ray, decent player, he would have been good. Aaron Davidson, we're less bothered about, but he's going off to Coag United as well. I hate them. And then William McGuckin, who we've just given a senior start to because we had plans for him. He's off to Glebe Rangers. All of these are non-league sides, and they're from the contracts are offering them, instead of the £20 or £25 appearance I was offering them, they were offering them 40 instead, but to play non-league. It was really irritating. And I think it's really kind of unrealistic as well. So these have literally come through this month. It's been maybe 3 weeks top since they've been offered a contract by us and started. McGuckin's started a game for us and everything. And they've just decided they'll go elsewhere. I know in previous versions of FM, there was kind of like a cooling off period almost, where they could actually... You could offer them a contract, but they were unlikely to actually agree to anything because they just signed with you and they wanted to see what was going on. And I think this is just what's happened here as well, which is really, really irritating because they've taken at least 2 players that we had plans for. But we'll play the last game of the season bitterly. So I have reported this as a bug because I think that first 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, they shouldn't have been signed up by anyone, especially not teams below us. Like, we're not going to get relegated, we're safe from relegation. We're not getting promoted either, but we've overperformed in terms of where we were meant to be. The club's in a good position, they've got reasonable contracts, got what they asked for. They shouldn't be going off to Glebe and Coag and things like that. I will try and get them back. So I think once they've transferred across, then I'll see if I can bring them back. Obviously, by this point, if it isn't, McCulloch's through. Saved by Gibbons. Yeah, but I imagine by that point it'll have either been patched or it won't work in the same direction. They won't want to come to us because they've just signed somewhere else. But I'll try. Because Ray was going to be my kind of backup rotation right back, I think. Or he was going to be with Connor. And McGuckin was going to be our target man of choice. All through to Duff. The weakest, tamest, and a skewed shot I've seen in a while. Didn't have to worry about him getting into a one-on-one that was going to miss. He just couldn't be bothered running hard enough to get there. So what day is it today? It's the 11th. It's the 11th of November as I'm filming this. There's just been the hot fix for some stability issues, which I've not really experienced actually. To be fair, my beta experience has been, and I say this now so it'll probably crash or something, I said it, has been really stable. Really smooth, no sort of juttering, really stable. I've seen bugs, so obviously there's the long shot bugs and the one-on-one bugs, or well, bugs, but you know, match engine issues and the crossfield balls as well. Everyone else reported. I've reported a few around contracts and promises. This recent new thing, go on Duff. In behind him, we can do nothing with it. So I've reported a few bugs, but it's probably been the most stable and the smoothest beta experience I've had in Football Manager at any point for any version. Go on, Hughes is behind him. Duff, nah, not too bad there. Producing something. So yesterday, well, not when this video goes out, but on the 10th of November, released an article on hoofball. So obviously, as you're watching this now, you'll go back and think, well, why were you saying in that article that hoofball was so good when you had a really bad run of form with it? But to be fair, I have been tweaking it and tinkering with it and had a few personnel issues. But in principle, hoofball's been working. Just need to tidy it up a bit. I've been playing around with another tactic that's technically Route 1, but isn't 4-4-2. So it has a shadow striker and a invert. The can with the goal. Don't think we're going to end the season with a winner, is it? We don't look that dangerous in any shape, way, or form. Well, that took the wind out of my sails, didn't it? Yeah, I've got an alternative I might be trying out. I don't have the players for it in this save. I've got some of the players for it in another save I was messing around in Indonesia I was playing in. I'm trying it out there. It seems like it might have some promise. But it's not ready for Belfast Celtic, so we've not got the players for it. We've barely got the players to run this one, as you can see. Go on, Donnelly. Donnelly's been solid in the games he's played. In the games he's played, this is his second game. Go on, McManus. Time to shine. Higginson. Good ball. Well, promising ball, I guess. Someone else was going to run onto it. That would have been an amazing ball. I think I'm going to make 2 subs in a couple of minutes to bring on some youth players. One of them will be McGuckin, who's going to be going away, just so we can see what he's like. And obviously, because he's been contracted elsewhere, he'll score for us and rub it in. We'll get a point, maybe. That's the plan. Right. We're going to bring on William McGuckin or Hughes in that target man role. And we're going to bring on Gordon for McManus and then swap Warwick and Gordon around so we've got the right people on the right flanks. And Gordon, a left winger, good physical attributes and good mental ones. See how he does. I like the youth intake in this game, even if our youth intake has then been instantly perched by weaker sides. I still like it, generally speaking. $20 minutes or so to try and get back in it. End on a high. See McGuckin heads it, gets to the ball. He does that kind of target man flick on. It's just there's no one there helping him. A Bonis or Boris? Bonis. Pitch is a bit cut up around the sidelines. The penalty area, I do like it as well, the kind of gradual changing of the pitch. kind of makes sense now when you have the pitch relayed, whereas before you couldn't tell whether it needed relaying or not, really. That was too easy for them. Far too easy. Well, we're going to end on a loss. We will have still overperformed in the league, I think. I can live with this. We've got our squad views set up so we can pull out stats for the end of the season. We've had a go at applying expected goals. We've had a look at things like passing combinations and passing locations so we can assess things. So we've been going by the numbers for this beta save. And by the time this video's out, the beta's probably done. I think I was saying before, if there are no major sort of match engine or long-term save changes that need, as long as there's nothing that needs a restart, I'll probably carry on with this series. I might just update it a little bit less, because I'll have the Tahiti one to go through instead. McGuckin bids farewell. Yeah. Just so irritating. So irritating that he's joining these guys. Maybe I should just steal their striker back. Do like a swap. Professional debut, goalless Duff. Same old, same old. So we finished 8th, we're expected to finish 10th. To finish, we're only 3 points above where we're expected to finish. But it's reasonable. It feels more disappointing than it actually is, considering we were kind of up here for a little bit. We were kind of in the title challenge for a little bit. But it's not terrible by any means. It's a good, stable first season. And then we can build on this. We only had 6 wins in the end and 8 draws. But it is only a 22-game season. So to be honest, it's not huge. Well, I guess almost twice as many wins. Ignore me. Ignore me for that one. We're going to see if we can build. We can go through a lot of these kind of stats. See who we're going to cull, who we're going to bring through. There's going to be a lot culling, I think. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up. But we'll have a look at that, and I'll do a little end of season summary in a little while, which is a short video on its own. And then we'll see how we get on. I should know by the next video whether we're going to carry on or not, but we'll just plan on doing that if we can. Thanks very much for watching.